Okay, Mike Masato, CEO of Staff Driven Dental and the Dental Road Warrior, returning for episode 66 in the series. So today I want to talk a little bit more about bonus. And the title of this little presentation today from the road is There Is No But, B-U-T, the word but. There is no but in bonus. I've done videos about bonus and bonus systems and things. But whenever we get to the end of the month, an interesting phenomenon happens with doctors when they have to come to pay the bonus to their team that they agreed upon paying. It's like, oh, there's all these justifications, the buts about paying the actual money. Yes, you do have to pay the money to your team when you agree to pay them a bonus. If you want a bigger morale, there's not a bigger morale killer in your practice than having a team go to bat for you, win the game, reach the numbers, the goals you set, and then coming up with justifications and rationale and reasons why you shouldn't have to pay them. Well, you know, I still haven't, paid myself. I still haven't made up for all my past bills. I still have a lot of debt. Yeah, we know all that. A good bonus system takes into consideration. Any good bonus system will look at your overhead and will look at things like what the magic number is, like what number you need to hit before you're in the black for the month and everything else. But the whole idea of when you institute practice management in your practice, the goal is not to recoup all of our losses and make up for all the lost time, for the last several years in 1 month. All right, it doesn't happen that way. You didn't get that way immediately overnight. You're not going to get out of it overnight. So we need to have the staff start winning and sharing some of the wealth as you start to win. Right? That's the best way, but it's a win-win. So when you're structuring a bonus system, yeah, we have to take this into consideration. Obviously, you're not going to write a bonus check to staff when you're not making money yourself in the practice. That's not okay. The bonus only kicks in at a level when you're making money as well too. So they get a piece, and you get a big chunk of the winnings at the end of the month. Okay, but this all goes to once you have set up a bonus, you can't give them a lot of buts at the end, because morale is a very big thing I talk about in my program all the time. You want to see the number one reason why production is down in a practice, or we're not succeeding, is because morale is low. And if you want to see people get miserable and defeated, don't pay them their bonus like you promised them. First of all, it's a broken agreement. Now they create an upset with people, and now they're resentful towards you, and they're like, why should I go for this? Where we keep moving the goalposts, so to speak. So we hit a number, oh, well, that wasn't big enough, that wasn't a good enough level, we got to make it higher. And you're constantly changing dangling the carrot and pushing it out further for them. They get defeated trying to go for this if that's the case. So it starts in the beginning. Before you roll out a bonus, make darn sure that you have the right bonus system in place. And a good measurement of having a good bonus system is that you feel good about writing the checks and the staff feels good about getting them. That's a win-win for both, right? You're not going to feel good about writing a check if you miscalculated and you are not making any money and giving them bonus checks, or your bills aren't being paid, etc. All right, or if they're not going to feel good about getting the check, if basically you're reaping and rolling all the dough and they know it because they're tracking it right now. And they're getting nothing for it. Oh, you just missed, just a little short. You fudged the numbers at the end, or whatever you think that you do. All right. I understand psychologically it's not natural to part with additional funds to your team. All right. I get that. That's why I'm a big believer in bonus, because if you do a bonus system the right way, you're not just trading time for money by giving them raises and increases. And I'm all about raises and increases when justified. About for meritorious service in the practice, or for time well spent in the practice over the years, etc. Okay, nothing wrong with giving raises over time, cost of living increases, things like that. All right, but a bonus system done properly, it pays on production. It pays for going above and beyond. All right, and winning the game. That's the whole goal here. We're trying to make a game out of it, and that's the reward for playing the game. And no one said bonus has to be automatic. All right, but you better set guidelines ahead of time. Not just for attitude in the practice counts, not just showing up and going through the motions. It's not okay that just some people in the practice go for it and then some don't. You have to lay these stipulations out very clearly ahead of time. These are the ground rules for bonus, and then pay the damn bonus. All right. And again, you can always change it. Nothing etched in stone. Right? You can always change it down the road and make adjustments as you need be. But let people have a little reward and share a little success that you do. All right, so everybody's got to be winning. We got to play a game that everybody wins. Right? But the buts at the end of the day, after the fact, after you decided and agreed to it, don't work. Okay? That's why you take the proper steps, put the proper guidance in creating the proper. I've seen a lot of bad bonus systems in my time. A lot of bad ones. Right? I like the ones that reward right away. I don't like pushing bonus out more than a month. Right? It's too far. Well, we're going to do a 3-month rolling average. We're going to do a quarterly bonus, end of the year bonus. Yeah, the problem with that is it's just too remote. You know, for staff to feel they're taking a win on things. Okay, they want to keep them excited month to month, and it's not. Look, money's not the only thing that motivates staff. Trust me, there are many factors and intangible that motivate staff to keep them coming. You know, I talked about appreciation and acknowledgement and security to keep making them happy to want to stay there. Because if you don't put those things in there along with a bonus and a good work environment, things like that, they get to the point where they say at a certain point, you couldn't pay me enough money to work here, regardless of the bonus. So that's not what keeps them coming or excited about, but that is a part of it. That, you know, because they're on a fixed income. You are not, right? You have the ability, docs, if you go out there and run a better business, run a better practice, and make unlimited income if you want to, or take more money. If you say, hey, look, I need a few hundred extra bucks this month to pay a bill, you can write yourself that check. They don't have that ability. All right, staff's on a fixed income. All right? But by having a good bonus system in place, they have the ability now to go above and beyond and make as much when they make money for you. That's why it's got to be, again, a win-win situation. But again, you can't do the takeaway on them at the end of the time, and it's very defeating. And I've seen this many times before, how a staff gets deflated, you know, when things are promised to them and they don't get it. All right. So again, all right, if you do this the proper way, you're not going to have to worry about this at the end. You're going to feel good about writing these checks, and they will feel good about getting them. And they can't work well. We both feel bad about getting them. Then it's definitely not working. All right, when you write these checks out there. All right. So again, take the proper precautions, take the proper steps, have someone help you, coach you, like someone like myself, to teach you how to do a bonus system on a monthly basis based on collections, money in hand, real money that they track and they impact, and by their actions and the training they get to make those numbers happen, and then reward it. Right? Again, knowing that you can always change things down the road and make adjustments. Because in the grand scheme of things, err on the side of abundance with your staff, not scarcity. Whenever you get in scarcity with your team, and maybe I should do a whole video on scarcity versus abundance. But whenever you're in scarcity with them, they're going to be in scarcity with you. They're not going to go above and beyond for you. They're not going to. They're not going to, take that extra step and reach for you and push for you beyond. All right, because if you're skimpy with them, or you're short with them, or you cut corners with them, they're going to do the same with you, and you wonder, why they don't go above and beyond. I don't understand. Right? And that's why, again, it's so important not to mess with their bonus at the end of the day. So just remember these words. There's no button bonus. All right, this is easy to remember. All right, and you won't need to have a button bonus. All right, if again you set all this up properly from the get-go. All right. So I hope this was useful. I hope you're taking these words to heart. I hope you're enjoying these videos and sharing them as you watch them. And I'll be back with another episode soon.